Why do we wear what we wear? Today, I'm standing here in these sun clothes to look formal, smart even, but these glasses are fake, not even real. Clothing, or specifically costumes and cosplay, can tell us a lot more than what you have ever imagined. And sometimes looking at the book can tell us a lot about what's in it. Clothing is like a huge bibliography of the person and everything that their society has went through. Ever since I was young, I have collected hobbies. I was into knitting, needlework, clothes making, and many, many more. I was basically the definition of a jack of all trades, but a master of none. But then I discovered cosplay, a medium in which I can actually merge all of my disciplines into one and make an actual product, all while engaging with an amazing community of creators and artists. So my first project was a full suit of armor, which was made of hot glue and big dreams. But I was hooked, and I still am to this day. But cosplay isn't all about just ordering an outfit a week before Halloween and really hoping it will be here on time. It literally precedes empires. We all know about masquerades. In the UK, they used to be almost like an equalizer between the sexes, with early masquerades even including certain garb where the sex of the wearer isn't even legible. People were able to express themselves, both gender-wise and self-expression. And they often did things that they would never do otherwise. All kinds of debaucheries that they would never do without the sweet, sweet veil of anonymity. But that's something that society at that time never gave them. In a similar manner, Romeo, yes, that Romeo, used a mask to break free of the chains he had as a young son from a merchant family. And he broke free of the chains he had as a noble, and he broke free of everything that has to do with manners, has to do with etiquette, has to do with his family's relationships. And that very mask helped facilitate the story that was about to unfold. But it's not just all about anonymity. It can also be a love letter. Jules Verne, in the 19th century, held a masquerade where multiple people turned up dressed up as characters that they love, characters that they connect to. Literally a love letter to his work. But it's not just about that as well. It can also be political. With the start of the 20th century and commercialization finally being a thing, and people being able to afford things like costumes, people started making a statement. People started dressing up and wearing masks of major political figures. People started making a statement using their identity. I think the best example of this nowadays is the Guy Fawkes mask, which most of us probably recognize from somewhere. It was used in multiple uprisings and activist projects around the world, and it became almost like a symbol of change, of revolution. But the 20th century also brought the start of con and cosplay culture, which I'm obviously a part of. It brought the start of people meeting up and dressing up together. At some point, competitions became a thing, and costumes became more and more polished and fantastical. But it still means something. People still pick what they want to dress up at and how they want to dress up for a reason. It can be gender expression, with cross-playing or cosplaying the opposite gender being something that is fairly common. And it being a safe space for people to actually express their identity in a way where they won't be judged. It can be just simple self-expression and expressing yourself to the outside. Personally, I like cosplay because I feel like it is a way that I can facet all my creative and artistic energy into one specific product that is not only presentable, usually, but beautiful. It is something that I can honestly say is one of the only types of projects that I can do for more than a month at a time. It is a way for me to meet like-minded people and actually collaborate and work towards goals together while learning from each other and learning about myself more and more. But that's not it. Cosplay can also mirror what's happening in society. For example, the rise of social media is something that we all feel today, and the subsequent COVID outbreak that made supercharged that rise. We feel that in cosplay too. Cosplay became an internet subculture. It became something that people see on TikTok. People started seeing cosplay from the chest up because that's how it is on video. People stopped seeing cosplay in cons a lot. And wig making and makeup became a lot more prevalent skills. In addition, the actual level of the community went up because cosplay is a lot more accessible now when you can see videos online. I talked to a prominent member of the community about this. She specifically uploads mostly to Instagram and has enough content to sustain her page for the future 3 years. She specifically orders most of her costumes online while crafting and refining her makeup and wigs. In her words, the eyes are the window to the soul. And at the end of the day, if she's going to create content at home, she doesn't even need to put the entire thing on. Because what matters on social media is what's visible to the camera. In conclusion, I'm going to say something a little bit ironic considering my topic, but we are what we wear, and we wear what we are. It doesn't matter if it's a knight in shining armor or an angel with wings. We do things for a reason usually, and sometimes we need to dig deeper into finding out that reason, but it is that. Because in a world where everything is upside down, the truth is a moment of the false. Thank you.